Looking up at one of my shelves, you can probably tell that I'm an absolutely massive fan of the Pokemon series. Now, Pokemon has always been very close to me for reasons we'll go into later down the line, but let's just say that the games mean a hell of a lot to me. Sadly, after Pokemon Diamond, I kinda stopped playing the games and took no interest in the later games. However, I still have a lot of love and appreciation for the older games. I mean, recently I even got back into playing Pokemon MMO for a short while, and that's really fun. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of the Pokemon games. But of course, I am a massive Assassin's Creed fan, and I have been ever since I was suckered in by Jade Raymond's tits when Assassin's Creed 1 was being announced. Now, the game was pretty damn good, and personally I loved it. However, it has very little replay value. Not like that really mattered to me back then though. And then Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and I just fell in love with it. Assassin's Creed 2 took the formula of Assassin's Creed and made it what it should be. Assassin's Creed 2 is the pinnacle of all Assassin's Creeds, in my opinion. That game is absolutely fantastic. And then Assassin's Creed Unity came out, and that received so much criticism, and it kind of spurred me not to get the special editions anymore, because literally nobody was saying anything good about the game. I feel that I was probably going that direction on my own, you know, not to get the special editions, but I'm always going to be a fan of Assassin's Creed regardless if I have the special editions or not, because the games are just so damn fun to me. Next up we have Uncharted. Uncharted. One of the first demos I ever downloaded on the PS3, and I played that demo countless times, probably like 7 or something. Uncharted 1 just completely floored me when it came to graphics and gameplay. I mean, nowadays, you know, it's the norm, but back then, 2007, holy shit, that was amazing. And then Uncharted 2 was released, and that just completely one-upped the whole thing. And then Uncharted 3 was released, and that just one-upped Uncharted 2 completely. You know, I can only imagine how amazing Uncharted 4 is going to be. Probably very. Next, we have Grand Theft Auto. I mean, there's not really too much that needs to be said here. Rockstar are literally just that when it comes to making games. GTA 4 completely changed the game. The Euphoria physics engine that everyone was talking about just made the games feel so much more alive. And realistic, of course. You know, like when a person tries to get in the car after you stole it and the hand gets caught on the handle of the car and they get dragged along with it. That was so damn good. And I mean, come on, I think everyone and their nan knows about GTA 5 by now. But my personal favourite will always be GTA San Andreas for the PS2. That's the game that made me a Grand Theft Auto fan. Don't get me wrong, the previous games were great, like Vice City was a game I played constantly. But San Andreas, dude, I was playing that game from release up until about 2007. That's how bloody good that game was. And if I'm honest, I think I played GTA 1 when I was like 6 years old. I probably shouldn't have been able to do that, but I did. You know, there was always a really good cheat code. I will never forget this cheat code. Hang the DJ. That was what your name was. You typed in hang the DJ, a parrot's face came up, and you had all the weapons. Absolutely amazing. I will always remember that until the day I die. Next up, we have the Batman Arkham series. Now, I first played Arkham Asylum on a downloadable demo for the PS3. Honestly, I had no interest in Batman when I was younger, and I always felt that he was just a guy in a suit. You know, nothing special. But now I realise that that is what makes him special. It's the fact that he's just a guy in a suit. You know, he doesn't like need to shoot fire from his cock or something to be protecting people. Arkham Asylum combines stealth with silky smooth combat, and you know, once you play that, you just never want to go back. I couldn't even bring myself to delete the demo until I actually owned the game myself. Arkham Asylum actually inspired me to watch the older Batman movies and do a lot more research on Batman as a character. And as of making this video, I don't actually own Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight, but I will do very soon, my friends. Very soon. Now finally, we have Metal Gear Solid. You know, when it comes to Metal Gear Solid, my experience with it was like completely backwards. The first one I played was Metal Gear Solid 2, which I think might explain why I love Raiden, unlike a lot of people. Almost everyone I spoke to didn't like Raiden, and I had no idea why. And I didn't even know there was a game for the NES or MSX2. I knew that there must have been a Metal Gear Solid 1, because there couldn't be a 2 without a 1, but I was perfectly content with Metal Gear Solid 2 on its own, even if the story was fucking mental. And then eventually I got around to playing almost all of the Metal Gear Solid games, and my god, the story got like so confusing. But after years of playing the games and with the release of the Metal Gear Solid 4 database for the PS3, I kinda got a better grasp of the story, even though I still pretty much know jack shit. I mean, nowadays most people just skip the cutscenes anyway and just care about the gameplay. But the games are seriously amazing. It's kinda sad to know that Metal Gear Solid will most likely end one day, which I think is due to the limitations they presented themselves with, you know, by like going back and forth through time, and eventually those timelines are going to meet up and you can't really do much with it from then on. And the fact that Hideo Kojima has left Konami, you know, that whole fiasco, not going to go into that because that is just absolutely bonkers. Me personally, I have been a fan of Metal Gear Solid ever since I saw my brother play it on his PS2 back in 2002. And I will always be a fan of Metal Gear Solid. And hopefully they continue the Metal Gear Rising series. Who knows? I'm also hoping to get those platinum trophies too one day. They are really, really difficult, but I gotta get them. I just have to have them. So, what's your favourite series of games? I'd love to know.